Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In case you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Tosin. On here we talk on self-improvement, self-development, and everything nice. And in case you've been here before, you already know you are welcome back, my G. So guys, today we're going to be talking on how to be deserving of good things. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Guys, without too much talk, let's just get right into it. But I really just want to explain a bit on what it means to be deserving. Now, it just really means to be deserving of good things, to be deserving of love, to be deserving of, all the good things of life. So sometimes we're really very confused on what we want as a person, which leads me to my first point, which is you have to know what you want to be deserving. Now you can't be confused on what you want and you feel like, oh, I deserve this. It's very important to know the type of life that you want. It's very important to know the type of love that you want, which will help you to know that okay, I deserve this. This is good love. This is healthy love. I deserve it, and it helps you in all situations, in fact, not just relationship. When you're in a relationship and you feel like, oh, this is not what I deserve. Why? Because you know that you're a better person, because you know what you want, you know what you desire. Let's put it that way. So it's always very, very important to know what you want. Not just relationship, it could be a job, right? You could be in a job and you're like, no, I don't deserve this. Number one, I'm better than this. Number two, this is not what I want for myself. So it's always very important to know what you want. This is really going to help you to walk in line with what you deserve and how to be deserving, how to, even when God wants to bless you, right? You know that you are in the situation that God should bless you in. Why? Because that is what you want, right? Let's say you want to you want a job, right? And you are not even living according to the life of the position of what you want. Now, what that simply means is that let's say you want a position of an HR and you're not even taking courses, you right? You're not taking um more knowledge into your life to know that okay, yes, I want to be an HR, right, of a company, and meanwhile you're just maybe a secretary somewhere, let's just put it that way. But in your mind, you're like, oh, I want to be, an HR, and you're not going for courses, you're not applying, right? You are not putting yourself in the position of deserving to be an HR of a company. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's as simple as that. Even as a good life, let's say you want to be a YouTuber, you feel like, oh, you're deserving of it, you can do it, but have you started putting in the work? Are you putting in the patience? Are you putting in the consistency? So things like that, you have to know what you want and position yourself to be deserving. Yeah. So the next one is to be open to change, right? I remember when I wanted to I've said the story so many times. I've always knew that I was going to create content, but I think one thing that I wasn't ready for and prepared for, which I am still actually understanding, right, why doing it, is the fact that I would seem cringy, right? It would seem like, oh, is that all that she's doing? It would seem like, oh, I'm sure she'll just do it for a while and just stop, right? I feel like I wasn't ready, right, for to be open, to be in people's face at the beginning. I just wanted to start. I didn't think about it very well, right? So that was one change that I feel like it got me when I was already doing content. I didn't know how far my videos are going to go. Recently I disconnected my videos from Facebook because I feel like I had so much eyes watching me, right? And my mind was like, people are really going to see you regardless. Facebook, YouTube, um, Instagram, TikTok, they're still going to see you. So why are you scared that you feel like a lot of people are watching you on Facebook? And which is something that I feel like I wasn't ready for. I wasn't ready for the change. I didn't know how let me not say big, but I didn't know how, let's use for a better word, I didn't know how big, how free, right, the eyes are going to be. I randomly started this Monday reset thing. I started filming it. So I've been doing it months, right? before that. And one day I just picked up my phone and I was like, you know what, I'm going to film this. I've been doing this for over so many years. I'm going to film it. And people like it. And I didn't know that. It got to a point sometimes I'm like, I don't want to be sharing my room. It seemed like everybody knows where everything in my room is. But I think one thing is, even being a content person, I know how to be, how will I put this? I know how to keep some things to be private of certain things, right? Even in my room, there are certain parts. Yeah, I show everything, but there are certain parts, just small, small parts that I feel like I do not show because I try as much as possible not to. So I'm using mine as an example. If you want to be deserving of good things and all that, sometimes you might need to change certain things about yourself, right? You might need to leave that your comfort zone because you're deserving to be a better version of yourself, right? You need to be open to change. You cannot grow if you don't change. I don't know how else to say this. You can't grow if you don't change, and you can't deserve certain things if you're not open to change. It's as simple as that. You can't be in a box and feel like, oh, I deserve this. And meanwhile, you are staying away. That's like literally what it means when you're in a box. You are staying away from that thing that you feel like you deserve because you're not even putting yourself out there. You are not going for the job. You're not going for the interviews. You are not going to meet people, to be able to date and feel like, oh, it's that good love. You're not even putting yourself in the right position, right? You're not allowing yourself to be loved. You're not open. Anybody that wants to talk to you, you're just shutting them down. I'm indirectly talking to myself. But anyways, um, so it's always very important for you to be open to change. You need to be open to change. Sometimes you you have to just come outside of your comfort zone. Now, I'm not saying be a different person entirely because you feel like you deserve certain things, but what I'm saying is be open to change. Sometimes that thing that you feel like you deserve and feel like you want doesn't want your comfort zone. It's as simple as that. That thing cannot survive in your comfort zone. I'll take that again. Sometimes the things that you want and you feel like you deserve cannot survive in your comfort zone. Is as simple as that. So it's always very important to be open to change if you know that you deserve and you want better things for yourself. Yes, so the next one is taking risks. Taking a risk is very, 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 very important. You have to take a risk to be deserving. Now, I don't know how else to say it, but I think I will use myself as an example. You see this content thing I'm doing, I just really bet on it. Honestly, I really did bet on it. First off, I knew inside of me that I wanted, but another one was like, can you can you do it? And I was like, yes, I can do it. And another one was, are you willing to take certain risks? Certain risks as opening myself. I feel like to everyone who know me know how calm and be by myself that I like to be. But I think I have this other side of me that just like to, be how will I put it, be friendly and all that. But me being calm and keeping to myself is more than that, right? I can only be friendly when I feel like, okay, I'm in a position now, I'm in a gathering, I have to be free, I have to talk to people, right? I have to communicate, I have to try to understand what I mean. So I just had to bet on myself. I'm like, it's a risk. What can happen? And the risk for me for coming on here to do content is people will want to relate to you better, right? And the risk for me is showing one or two about my life. Do you understand? The other day, my mom was saying that, oh, maybe, you don't have to be saying everything about you online. And I'm like, what do I even say online? What you guys see online, and I'm really, really serious. Even some of my, even, it's not even some, all of my vlogs, I don't show half of what is going on in my life, right? Because I'm trying to create a boundary. Do you understand? So you have to take a risk. The risk for me is showing some part of my life. If you've come to on if you've been on this page for a long time, you will notice that I don't show my family on my page. That's something that I chose for myself. Everyone that is connected to me, I don't put them on social media like Instagram. Everyone that is you see, everyone that is connected to me. I have my friends that watch me. I have my friends that follow me. They like my video. I have my friends that are doing birthday, but I don't put their business out there. I don't put them out there. Why? Because I'm the one that is doing content. They are not the ones doing content, right? So my family, my friends, people that are close to me, I just like them to be being private, right? If I want to wish anybody happy birthday and stuff, my WhatsApp, I call you, I text you. Me, I'm more of a talking to you directly, texting you. So sometimes when you see maybe my caption on WhatsApp or something, best believe I've called the person, I've spoken to the person. So that's a part of me that I wanted to reach. So in everything that you do, it could be a job, it could be whatever it is, you need to be willing to take a risk, right? Me coming on here trying to show few parts of my life is me taking a risk, because honestly it's not safe to be like showing everything online. And that's why I've created a boundary. Anything you guys see me post, maybe I go out or something, best believe I am posting that from my house. Best believe I've already entered my house, or it is days after, right? So even when I come on here and show maybe my friend getting married or whatever, maybe I do a vlog on it, I will not tag that friend. That's as simple as that. I might not tag the friend, but I'm trying to create boundaries in as much as I'm trying to take risk, right? My family and my loved ones, my friends, people that are close to me, they are I need them to be safe. I'm not saying anybody's chasing me or anything, but I mean I plan to be big. I deserve to be a big YouTuber. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So it's always very important to be able to take a risk. Bring yourself out. Okay, what's the worst that can happen? I want to try, right? I want to try to show a bit, one or two of my life, right? I want to do it. So it's always very, very important to take a risk to be deserving of certain things. I just made a whole example of how I use myself, right? So I just wanted you to understand that taking a risk is very important to getting to where you feel like you deserve in life. It is very, very key. So the next one is have a standard. Now, this will guide you to know what you deserve, to get to what you deserve. Now, let me use from the spiritual side, right? So when God gives you something, the devil will try as much as possible to give you the exact thing, right? It might even look so appealing, right, than what God wants to give to you. But you must have a standard, and you must be very focused on what you want. You cannot be confused when you're deserving, when you feel like, oh, you deserve good things, and you're confused. Let's say you want to be an HR in a company, and at the same time somebody's telling you that, oh, there's one great offer to be a personal assistant to like the overall boss, right? I feel like that's a good, comparison. And you know deep down that you deserve, with all the courses that you did in school, with all the professional course that you've done, you deserve to be a great HR in a company, right? So it's always very important for you to set a standard. This is the company I want to work. I want to be an HR, right? This and this and this and this is what I want. Why? Because I have done so much to work to I've done so much work to be able to get to this part, right? Because so guys, sorry to cut you. So it's always very, very important to know your standard. It's always very, very key. If you don't have a standard, number one, you're confused. Number one, you don't know what you're doing. Number two, you just don't deserve good things. Let's put it that way. So you have to know a standard. It's just simply like maybe you saying that you have a list for the type of man that you desire, the type of man that you want, the type of man that you feel like you deserve. Why? Because you've put in work in yourself, right? So and maybe anybody comes and you just go for anybody. You've spoiled the whole thing about you deserving certain things, or you deserving a good man, right? So it's always very, very important to have a standard. So the last but not the least point is to be confident. You need to be confident. You need to build confidence and know that you deserve the thing that you feel like you are desiring. I don't know if that makes any sense, right? So let's say HR work, let's continue with that example, right? You got a job and Somehow, looky, let's say that the job is bigger than what you thought. You need to be confident that the job is for you. You need to be confident that yes, you've worked so hard to get the job, right? You need to build your confidence. You really need to build your confidence. Why? Because you need to know that you deserve it and you need it. You deserve it, you got it, you needed it. That was why you got it. So because there's certainly sometimes we see ourselves and we're like, I don't deserve this. You know, when you pray to God and you say, God, you're blessing me too much. I don't deserve this and all that. But at the same time, we stay in the blessings. That's how it is. You're confident that I'm a child of God. God gave me this, right? So let's use it like practical layman, meaning. It simply just means that you are not scared about what you desire, right? And when you get it, it's because you know that you deserve it. It's like an award, right? When you get it and you're like, okay, I deserve this and I got this and I'm confident in it. So it's always very, very important for you to build confidence. You can't do all these things, have a standard, create, be open to change and all that, and at the same time you're timid when that thing that you deserve come. So it's always very, very important to be confident. You need to be confident that okay, I've gotten this thing and it's because I deserve it, right? And even when you haven't gotten it yet, you need to be confident that I deserve this thing because I have worked so much to get it. I've worked so much so that I can get it. Do you get? So it's always very, very important to grow your confidence. I have a lot of videos at this point on how to grow your confidence in certain things, right? In like life generally. Confidence is a key. Now, I know you've heard it so many times. Confidence is not something that you work, it's not something that people just naturally have. You have to build it. It takes years to build your confidence. I can tell you that for free, right? As someone who has built her confidence and even building it, you need to take out time to build. That's why you need to build your confidence, because you really don't know when you will need the confidence. And when you build your confidence, when we're talking about deserving, it's not even going to look like anything, because that is just the way you are, right? You are going to be telling yourself that I'm confident I'm going to get this job. I'm confident that I'm going to get love. Why? Because I have worked so hard and I just know that it is for me. Do you understand? So it's always very, 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 very important to build your confidence. Yeah. So guys, to come to the end of this video, please and please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I really, 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 really like it. Please subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. If you join the family, please leave a comment for me in my comment section. I really, really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.